Hey everybody, it's Big Daddy. I'm laughing because Jay, my next door neighbor, is still cutting grass, but he's got to be done soon because he's cursing about how heavy the machine is to push. Welcome to a special show. The lawnmower should turn off pretty soon. There's no way it could go on much longer. If you guys remember Jay, he's the guy that kind of was on the Big Daddy Road show at the fence, kind of covering his face. He doesn't like to be on the camera, but he's funny. And hopefully the grass cutter's not too distracting in the background because he's further away now. But that's why we're running late. This is a new report on CBD oil, and I'll hide that and just ask you guys to please like and share these short segments. These are the BDRS shorts. Under 20 minutes. And a lot of you guys know that a lot of my shows don't go under 15, 20 minutes. So here we go. Here's the report. So, and guys, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay over the lawnmower. There's nothing I can do about that. All right, so talking CBD oil, we're going down major rabbit holes, trying to figure all this stuff out. And I got to move now that I put the graphic up there. I have been taking CBD oil since the beginning of the month as an attempt to combat my back pain. And this is report number 3. And here's my report. Something's going on, and I think it's something good. And I'll tell you why. Yesterday was one of my first major tests since laying flat last month. All last month was pretty much flat 80% of the day, except for 2 or 3 days. And I think what I did is I kind of like the muscles kind of calmed down. I wasn't on CBD oil last month. This is the first time I'm trying CBD oil, just out of frustration trying everything. So anyway, from laying flat, it finally had calmed down. I had gone up on the roof middle of last month to do some tarring. And then boom, I'm right back in bed again. And when I mean in bed, I'm talking like, you know, I'm asking my kid to come and bring me food. I would make it down, but I would have to the kitchen and whatnot, but I would really be in some severe pain. So it's really, you know, anybody else out there that has any kind of pain, stick around because within 20 minutes, I'm going to share some websites with you guys. And that's what this show is all about. These Big Daddy Roadshow shorts are all about information. And then in this case, it's also my report number 3 for CBD oil. So again, like and share this, please, especially if you have any kind of chronic pain. I'm not going to make any kind of claims for CBD oil. This is just my own little clinical trial. So I want to get that out there. I also will suggest that you consult, you know, your doctor. There are a couple things like this you should know, that CBD oil is also known to interact with several medications. This is what I meant when I said a rabbit hole, going down a rabbit hole. You want to make sure your supplier is tested, and you want to, let me see what's going on with this camera here. You want to do your own research. And even the CBD oil companies, the reputable ones, will tell you that. You know, they're not making any medical claims. There are, again, some studies, clinical studies I'm going to share links with you guys. And if you're into looking for new remedies for pain, you might want to follow my little well, I'm certainly no scientist, but I'm okay. So let's just get to the report. So 2 things happened since I started taking this oil. There are people that claim that you'll get a chill feeling. Oh, thank goodness, Jay's done cutting the grass. Fantastic. Way to go, Jay. You'll get a chill feeling from taking it. I agree with that. It does seem to help with, can you hear Jay cursing in the background? He's just saying. All right, that's hysterical. Anyway, back to since I'm up and taking the CBD oil, you do get like it's kind of like just basically chill is the best way to explain it. It's not CBD oil is not THC. You're not going to get high from it, but Tom, right? Tom, my cousin, is saying CBD oil is great. I think Tom, you guys know I'm actually I'm okay with even THC and cannabis, but this is more about just trying to find something to alleviate the pain. Thanks, Tom, for throwing that out there. Please share the show. This is a short, so hopefully I can get done in less than 20 minutes or thereabout. But anyway, I felt chill at first. And then, of course, and again, I'm skeptical. So I'm like going through this with like, yeah, listen, I've got such severe back pain. You know, I want to see it first. So in the past, the muscles would calm down, and then I would try to do work or try to lift something, and then boom, you're just knocked back out. Typically what happens with me is I'll pull a muscle, I'll lift something wrong, and it could be anything light. It could be a bottle of Pepsi, and it could just screw me up. So always different varying degrees too. Like last month was horrible, laying flat for 15 days straight, 80% of the day, watching Netflix movies, reading articles on CBD oil, which is how it got me to this point. But anyway, yesterday something interesting happened. And here's what it was. We had an old dryer that when I went away to New York last month was moved over to this property that's empty. And it was kind of like blocking the hallway, but the house isn't really used. So anyway, it had to be moved, and it had to be moved by yours truly. And my daughter had asked me to move it because a cat had gotten out and she wanted to sneak down quick to get it. Now my brain just said, you know, old me I could throw a dryer around. I was the guy you called. I'm 6'4". I was the guy you called when you needed help moving things. I was the guy that gets out of the car to help push a lady stuck in the snow. So I just was like not thinking, and I'm like, okay, I could do this. Those old damn dryers are heavy, and as I'm getting older, I'm not up for the task, Tom. I'm going to put some more of your comments up on a second. And, you know, it got away from me because they're hard to grip, and I'm trying to hold the damn dryer, and there's no places to kind of hold it. And when it slipped and got away from me, I had to like kind of quickly grab it. But not grab it. I was really just trying to hold myself from being knocked over by the dryer. And then I felt my back, the muscles, like I always do, right where the pain is. I knew I stretched it. I knew I was in trouble, and I was mad. It pissed me off. That I didn't remember. I just do some things. Sometimes out of the blue, you just do stuff. And you know, you forget that your body's not capable. But here's the kicker, and this is what's interesting on report number 3 for CBD oil. I had plans of going down I was invited down to Evergreen Raceway with Keith St. Clair. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it because what just had happened. And I basically grabbed my Vicodin and I took off and I went. I went anyway and had a heck of a good time down there with Keith. We're going to be doing a show later. I just got word that Ted Groh, because of his superiors, can't come on the show at this point. But hopefully we can get Keith to come on and talk about racing last night. It was a good time down there. But anyway, this is about CBD oil. So I had pulled my muscle. I still went. I grabbed the bottle of Vicodins, which I don't use unless it's really bad. But in the past, when I do something like that, you're really in trouble. I actually reached for the prescription bottle as I was leaving the track last night. I showed Keith St. Clair and his buddy that I just met because it was starting to get tight and it was starting to tighten up. When I came back, I put the drops. I took the drops, put them under my tongue. And then I did something that I researched. I just took some oil and I rubbed it right on the area of the muscle. And I told my daughter, well, tomorrow morning I'm probably going to be flat. I'm not going to be getting out of bed. That's what I thought. I also had an instance when I was watching the race, because the stone, the 2B stone where we were watching the race from, it was uneven and I wasn't paying attention. I was excited. It was a great race. I'm going to be talking about that later on a future show with Keith. Last night's race was just insanely cool at Evergreen Raceway in Drums. 3 wide racing, short track, just the last couple laps, unbelievable. An accident and then a crazy finish. It was just a really good time. So I rubbed this oil on my back and then I went to bed thinking it's going to be just like all the other times I do something stupid or I overdo it with this back that's just been 14 years of hell. And guess what? It's a silly clinical trial. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a professional. I'm just telling you what my experience is. I'm up. The back is stiff. I have a hard time getting moving, a little slower than most days. The pain is there, but nowhere near as bad. And it's got me thinking that we might be onto something. And that's pretty much, that's the report for report number 3. So I'm going to hit you guys up with all kinds of, I don't know, Tom. I have no idea if it's a miracle drug. Tom, my cousin is saying my son, let's see. What are you saying? My son, wait, he makes it? Oh, and he sells it. Awesome. Yeah. Believe me. Well, I'm selling it too, but I think I'm going to get kind of disassociated with that company. But I was just selling it for people like me that just wanted to try it. So I don't know. Yeah, the oil here. Listen, this is just a simple Big Daddy Roadshow short. And it's all I could tell you is I'm actually, here's what I told my daughter. I said, now I'm going to go right after this show and I'm going to challenge it even more. Now I want to challenge it. Now I want to license in California. Yeah. And that's what some of these links that are coming up, Tom. I'm going to post some links in the graphics. Really good articles as I keep researching these different oils, because now I want to see the clinical studies and I want to see, I want to make sure there's so much to learn. Maybe we'll have your son on the show, but yeah, it was really weird. I was almost ready to cancel. This has happened so many times where I slip my back, there's different things that can happen. I could slip and then I'm immediately flat. I'm like, I got to go lay flat. Then there's things like last night where I get frustrated. I had plans. I've been laying up in the house. I was invited to see Keith race. I want to support Keith. He's always on my show. The hell with it. I'm going. If I got to crawl back to the car. But I've been taking the CBD oil for about a good 10 days now. So it's certainly in my system. And this is a new experience for me. And the pain is noticeably less. And I mean, like considerably less. I still feel tight. I know there's something going on down there. So I'm going to put up some graphics, Tom. There you go. So and by the way, Tom, you keep teasing me with coming on talking about the Grateful Dead, even though I'm not a super, there's only Terrapin Station, the album Terrapin Station, and a couple other songs, which are probably more of the top 40 songs. Please, let's do that. Quit teasing me. So I'm going to put links up below, and I'm also going to be writing this small article for episode number 3 here. And I'll have links for you guys if you want to check into CBD oil. This is another good disclaimer here. So give a read to this as it scrolls by. Like all things marketed as panaceas, be skeptical, right? And that's what I was going into all this. Tell me I lost my camera. Looks like I'm no longer live. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I lost my camera. I lost my camera there for a second. Anyway, like with anything, all, you know, do your research, and I'm going to help you with some links because hopefully that's what these shorts are all about, getting some people some really good information. I found some really cool. I spent the last couple hours just before doing any of this reporting here. But again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a professional. Certainly this is not a big, you know, it's only a test of one guinea pig named Big Daddy. So, you know, you got to get with your doctor. You got to see what kind of medications you're taking, make sure that you can take it with it. You want to go slow with it. Over the last couple of years, this year especially, you know, it's become a darling on the internet. They're adding it to everything. Tom, maybe your son can come on and talk about that. It's added to everything: facial creams, juices, everything. And it's purportedly giving people, if you do searches on YouTube, you'll see just all kinds of incredible stories. You'll see kids with seizures taking special oils, and you'll see them, and animals, dogs that have seizures, and all these other things. And you'll see the oil go under the tongue, and you're going to see immediate results. So this is what got me going. Like, I know my problem is inflammation, because you pull a muscle, everything gets tight, everything gets, I guess, you know, inflamed. And I kept telling my doctors, they don't want to do surgery, but something has to be done here so we can get back to a damn normal life. Yeah, I want to make sure I get all these graphics up here, and then we'll, you know, this is just a short little, my report is that I'm amazed that after the dryer incident, which I shouldn't, you know, normally I would just be like, I got to get somebody to do this because I can't do stuff like that anymore. I don't know, just had a weird moment where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to move the damn dryer. It's annoying. It's down there now. Now we can get it to the scrap yard or whatever. But you actually will forget. You know, my brain thinks, oh, you used to like build buildings. You used to lift. You were the one that you went to with the heavy the reason why I think I have the back pain is because I used to do those big projects, and then one day I did it wrong and had an accident, and oh well. But one thing too I want to get across in this quick little Big Daddy Roadshow short is, in the United States, hemp is often confused with marijuana. It's a big misconception, and anybody who's tried both, we all know what the hell we're talking about here. It's not the same. I also think cannabis should be legal. It's nothing like alcohol. Alcohol's 20,000 times worse, in my opinion. And again, my 5-pound opinion. So just check out some of these links. And I'm going to tell you too, so here's a great one. Conditions currently in active clinical trials. This is something that they're studying right now. Tom says hemp power. Hemp power. So these are just some of the ailments that are being studied right now, and you're going to see the links. You can go check it out for yourself, because in the end, we all have to take responsibility for what we're doing. It's very interesting. Yeah, Tom, you're saying make it legal, right? I was talking to Grower X. We got the number. We believe it's 63% in polls believe that cannabis should be legal recreational. 63% for just cannabis alone. We're not talking hemp oil and stuff. 90-some% polled across the country think that it should be legal for medicinal and medical purposes. We figured it's about 60-some% of the states have legal forms of, varying forms of legal rights for either medicinal or recreational or both. So the dominoes are falling. New York just published a study for the state about, you know, their findings were that the positives were far better than the negatives. And that was interesting. But yeah, seizures, infantile spasms, advanced Parkinson's, the disease. Yeah, just go search on YouTube and look at these kids, these young kids getting 20, 30 seizures a day, and see with your own eyes, make up your own damn mind, think for yourself. And if you're, if you're just like me and you're just interested, but I don't know how long I'm at here. Let's see. If we started at, yeah, I might be going a little over time. I apologize. I'm trying to get Big Daddy Roadshow shorts to be under 20 minutes, but we're going to finish it up here. I had a lot of graphics. Let me get some of these links up, and that's my report. I'm pleasantly surprised after what I went through at the racetrack last night, standing on my feet, taking pictures of Keith, enjoying the races, multiple races, having the problem where I misstepped into like a big divot in the ground. And as soon as I did that too, I'm like, oh, on top of that in the dryer, you're in trouble tomorrow. But okay, Tom, thanks for popping on, and please share these shows. Everybody else too, hit the likes and love buttons and share these shows. But yeah, I thought I was screwed, but no, I'm not. And right now I'm going to go and fire up the lawnmower, just like Jay next door, and see what that does, because that's what my goal is to get back to doing just all the things you want to do. Here's some links. I'm going to post them real quick. Again, CBD oil is known from some studies to interact with some medications. See your doctor at all times, and then do check with these links, and do your own homework. And if you have something to add to this on my future reports, please get with me via private message. Tom, try and get your son maybe from Cali. He can come live with me. It's a simple app called Be Live TV, and boom, you're live. And don't forget the Grateful Dead show, please. All right. So, well, we were going to do a show later tonight and have Ted Grow on, but I guess his superiors don't want Ted on the show. I don't know what that's all about, but it is what it is. So hopefully Keith St. Clair will come live, and we'll talk racing at Evergreen. And boy, the politics of people coming on shows sometimes. Interesting. Very interesting. Here's those links. And thanks for watching. And please share these on YouTube. We have a new YouTube channel. And I'm just going to hit you with the links. I'll put them in the thread below right after the show as well. And if you have any more information, any studies that you find that are interesting, please get it to me. And either hit me up on the Big Daddy Roadshow website or on Facebook. Okay. Lastly, I'll put the link up to the website. That's really the best way to get with me. So here we go with the links. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. This is Big Daddy. I'll see you next time. Peace.